Okay. Should start by saying I'm Gary Fairbrother with Gary Sprinkler Repair Service. Today we're going to go over setting the new Rainbird SST, and this is a 900i, which means it's a 9-station indoor. So we'll start off by showing you the timer in the mounted position. You know you have power on if the little light on the transformer is on like that, and that means you're ready to go. You just powered it up if it's brand new, or if you're just trying to program it. First thing we're going to do is go to set clock. So the dial has been moved to set clock. It is 1:20 currently, so we're going to hit the up arrow just below the time and hold it down, and we can scroll forward to 1:20. If you go too far, hit the down arrow. It is now 1:20. All right, and it is PM. Next, we're going to go to set the date. It is not 2010, so we're going to go forward with the arrow underneath that to 2017. We're done with that. We move over to the month. Here you get to scroll through the days until you change the month. So it's easier to go to April, where we're at, and keep going, and then back up to the correct day. 19th, right?
Yes.
19th today.
18th.
18th. All right. So we got the date and the time set. Next, we're going to go to Zone 1. Now, for each zone on this timer, you have to tell it what days to water. So let's say I want to water every other day. I can start with Monday and go Monday, Wednesday, correction. This timer comes with them already turned on, so I'll turn the days off I don't want. So you can see we got easiest way to do this for me is turn them all off and then turn them back on. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. There's every other day. We tell it to water 1 time per day. It's already defaulted to that. If you wanted 2 times a day, you'd have to come over here, select the 2 times a day. You can see above the timer here where it currently says it's going to go at 8 a.m. and then 6 hours later. If that doesn't work for you, an improvement on this new style clock, if you have the 2 different starts down here, you know you have the improved clock that can do this. You hit this again and you'll see the time change plus X amount of hours, and it adds an hour. You could go 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, and 12 hours later. That's the best you can do. If that doesn't work, go back to once a day or get a different timer. All right, we have to tell this station how long to run for. We're going to say 7 minutes. Actually, this is front drip. I already know that, so I'm going to make it 15 minutes. Okay, we're done there. Go to zone 2. Now, we do know that we're starting at 8 a.m. and it runs for 15 minutes. When I go to zone 2, unlike most conventional timers, you need to set a second watering time for the next zone. So 8 on the first start time plus 15 minutes is 8:15. So the soonest this one can start is 8:15. We'll tell it to run for, let's say, 7 minutes. And we're going to turn we'll leave Sunday and Monday off, take Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday off. So how's that? And we're going to do 1 time a day. We're done there. And then you just continue that on through each one of the zones. When you're finished, you'll put the clock back into run. This timer does also have season adjust. Unlike most timers, this on most timers would say 100%. So if you tell it 15 minutes of runtime, it'll do 100% of what you told it. On this clock, it's already at 100% in their mind. So if you wanted to change that, plus or up or down arrow will change that percentage in addition to it. So you'd change it by, let's say, I wanted to go to 150%. It's already at 100. So the timer assumes when you go to 50%, it's going to do the normal start time, but it's going to increase your runtime by 50%. And then it also has a rain delay. So if you know it's going to rain for a few days, you can put it in rain delay. If you know it's going to rain for a long time, you can go to off. Otherwise, the timer is generally in run. Now, if you wanted to run a specific station, let's say your neighbor said, hey, your front drip shooting out in the street. You can go over here to water all or water 1. So we just want to water that first station. Take the timer to zone 1, and we would hit water 1 station. And you see the lights all go off. That's normal. And now it says on the timer, it's watering station number 1. Okay? And on it would come. So for now, we're going to go ahead and shut that back off. We don't need it to run right now. If I wanted to water all of them, and I'll take our season adjust out for right now. go back to 0 a couple days later when you're back to normal weather. So typically this is how your timer will look. It'll show what time it is. It'll show when it starts again and what day, and it'll say it'll start with zone 1. If you wanted to water, let's say the gardener came and he mowed and he put fertilizer down on all the lawns. He said, hey, can you do me a favor and water it? You can come in here and hit water all now, one time, and then go back in the house. You don't have to worry about anything. It's going to start with zone 1. You can see the light is on it, on the water all, and it will water the entire program. Everything from 1 all the way through, on this case, station 8 or station 9 if you have that many program. And it'll shut off and be ready to go for its normal time. You don't have to do anything else. And that's it. So if you liked our video today on how to set a timer or a Rainbird SST, like, share, and of course subscribe.